So, you send your team to a really high-energy workshop, right? They take copious notes. They're super engaged.
Yeah, and then by Tuesday afternoon, it's like it never even happened.
Exactly. The daily grind just swallows those new skills whole. Welcome to today's deep dive, everyone. This one is custom tailored for you as a leader, specifically to solve that dreaded Monday problem.
Right, the Monday drop-off. It's such a massive point of friction for organizations.
It really is. So today we are pulling insights from this great piece, the three-part feedback loop for lasting training impact, to give you a practical blueprint. The mission here is to turn that temporary information into permanent behavior.
Because, training by itself just delivers raw data. It requires a feedback mechanism to encode that data into an actual habit. Without that loop, an expensive workshop is really just a temporary disruption to an employee's workflow.
Right, a really expensive disruption. But the article argues that to prevent this drop-off, the loop actually has to start before the training even happens, which I found kind of surprising.
It is, because the instinct for most managers is just to, approve the calendar invite and say, hey, take good notes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But going to a workshop without a pre-conversation, I mean, it's like going grocery shopping without a list. You just wander around aimlessly and grab things you don't actually need.
I love that analogy. Yeah, that pre-framing conversation is what fundamentally alters the employee's cognitive state. You're shifting their mindset from just having an agenda to having a real purpose.
So as a leader, what should you actually be asking in that pre-meeting?
Well, you want to sit down and ask, what specific skill are we trying to improve today, and what will you bring back to the team?
Just to get them thinking actively.
Exactly. And the most crucial question is, what will I be watching for when you get back? By asking that, you prime their reticular activating system.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they stop passively watching slides and start actively scanning the material to find the answers you'll be looking for.
Okay, so the mindset is set. They go to the training, the session ends, the Zoom closes, and then what? Memory decay basically begins immediately, right?
Oh, instantly. The daily routine is ready to just overwrite whatever they just learned. That means the 24 to 48 hours right after the training aren't just a convenient time to check in.
Right.
It's a critical biological window for anchoring that new information before it totally evaporates. Waiting a week means the information is already gone.
But wait, doesn't bombarding an employee with questions right after a session feel, I don't know, like an intimidating pop quiz?
It definitely can if you aren't careful. You have to bypass that defensiveness by focusing entirely on application, not retention.
Got it. So you're making it clear this isn't a performance review.
Exactly. It's a signal that their growth is a shared priority, not just some solo homework assignment. You ask things like, what was the most relevant thing you heard, and what is one thing you want to apply this week?
Oh, I like that. Keep it to just one thing.
Yeah, keep it focused, and then finish with, what support do you need from me?
That pivot to what support do you need is brilliant.
Yeah.
It shifts the manager from an evaluator to a co-pilot. But even with a stellar post-session debrief, human nature takes over, right? A week later, inbox zero becomes the priority again.
Always. That's why we need the third stage, which is accountability, closing the loop.
Right. Which is the difference between simply buying a gym membership and having a personal trainer actually check your weekly progress.
Spot on. So this is the 2 to 4 week follow-up. And as a leader, you already know a generic HR survey for 500 people won't change an employee's habits.
Right. No one likes those anyway.
Exactly. You have to have a real conversation and look at the messy realities of the workplace. You sit down and ask, did you try the framework you mentioned? What actually happened?
And what if they didn't try it? Or what if it failed?
Then you ask, what got in the way? What do you need next?
I see. You're forcing a collision between the theory of the training and the reality of their daily job. If a framework failed because another department didn't cooperate, that's incredibly valuable data for you.
Absolutely. It proves to the employee that development isn't just a calendar event you check off, but an ongoing cultural investment. It builds immense trust.
So true. Employees today, they don't just want information. They want a supportive environment. And this three-part loop is your practical blueprint to provide exactly that.
It really transforms your role from just a passive approver of budgets into an active architect of your team's growth.
I love that phrase, active architect. Well, to wrap up, we want to leave you with a final provocative thought to mull over. Take a hard look at your organization's approach. Are you building a genuine learning culture or just a training culture where expensive events simply go to die?